Hola, ¿qué tal amigos? ¿Qué os parece si pasamos un rato de puta madre aquí jugando al Witcher 3? Pues a mí me parece genial, me parece una buena forma de pasar el rato. Así que voy a ir, si recordáis en el en el vídeo anterior, os puse, después de liberar a Jaskier, a Dandelion, pues dije que... bueno, y después de ayudar a Tori a recuperar su negocio, pues dije que iba a visitar el Cabaret para ver qué tal le va a Jaskier, a Dandelion. Me he metido en el callejón de Sacabuche, de Cleaver. Vale, vamos a... pues eso, a la posada esta de que tiene Jaskier. Y a este hombre le vamos a cambiar. Este enano sirve para cambiar dinero. Mira, además puede hacer préstamos también. No lo sabía. Vale, y hemos conseguido 384 coronas más. Perfecto. Y le echamos un vistazo aquí al armero. Bueno, después de lo de Jaskier, lo que tengo pensado es irme por ahí de varas a ver... para ver si sacamos el set del gato, creo que era, que es ampliable 2 veces. Entonces nos servirá de muy buena ayuda en un momento dado. Y este además le podemos vender aquí cosas a mansalva porque tiene muchísimas perras. Míralo cuántas perras tiene este. Vale, ahí va. Bueno, bien, da igual. Vale, pues ya le hemos vendido todo lo que podíamos venderle. Vale, como veis aquí en los herreros y tal, tenemos también la posibilidad de comprar materiales que, como explicábamos en un vídeo anterior, eran fácilmente, o sea, eran extraíbles de objetos como este, como veis. Podemos sacar lino y restos de cuero, además de hilo y algodón, desmontando estos pantalones. Y nos costarían 10 de oro. Pero bueno, no lo voy a hacer, no voy a desmontar nada más de momento. Creo que por hoy vale. Hemos recuperado pasta. Porque como veis también, si no es en un vendedor, es en otro, pero podemos vender todos los objetos que vayamos rapiñando por ahí, por este mundo del Witcher. Bueno, aquí tenemos una misión también, aquí en los baños, que es la de... a ver qué nivel tiene. Tiene nivel 14, pues vamos a hacerla, si os parece. Venga, no, que al final me lío y no hacemos no hacemos nada de lo que digo que voy a hacer. Y aquí tenemos también un peluquero. Me estoy recorriendo la ciudad a pie, cuando podría haber cogido algún viaje rápido. Toma. Vaya idiota estoy hecho. Ay, madre mía. Pues tenemos la misión marcada en un sitio y yo me estaba yendo para otro. Yo es que soy así. No me lo tengáis en cuenta, no me lo tengáis en cuenta. Menos mal que tenemos aquí un viaje rápido cerquita. Y podemos viajar rápido, como su propio nombre indica, Aquí al ladito de donde es la misión. Digo, si no era tan al norte, era al sur más bien. Pues sí, es que estaba aquí, yendo al sitio equivocado. Bueno, se están poniendo finos los de Novigrado aquí con la mierda esta de los magos. Cabrón este de Radovid.
The last individual who tried to come in on my business, it took them a month to find him. Am I being clear, Chive?
What's the fuss about? Can you not treat me as a bit of healthy competition?
Why are you even talking to him, Duke? I've always maintained 2 smashed knees are worth 1,000 words.
Oh, Geralt. Glad you came.
There a problem?
A problem? There's some kind of problem here, gents. No. Just wanted you to meet my new pals before they bugger the fuck off. Because we're just parting, right?
We'll have our reckoning yet, Chive. Soon.
What's this? Some flea-ridden mutant got you scared, Duke? Just say the word. I'll take care of him. Take a peek at what he's got inside, then make the midget eat it. Sound good?
Next time, Earl. Let's go.
Right, and don't show your hides round here ever again. Well, that puts me up to the neck in fucking shite without the shovel.
Shady, those guys. Who were they?
Puffed up fish bladders, Duke. Word does he's out to be the new Whoreson Junior, but the bugger's missing a hell of a lot. Specifically coin, influence, men, and class.
And the other?
Earl. A scumjug like few others. Skin of my arse twitches at the sight of him. Back in Mahakam, we'd send sow buggers like that down the coalface with a bundle of powder and a leaky lamp.
What's this all about? Doing business with them?
Exactly the ploughing opposite. You see, Geralt, old pal...
About to ask me for help, aren't you?
The thing is, I sort of kind of owe a wee sum to a mutual acquaintance. Francis Bedlam, the king of beggars. To pay off the debt, I've made up my mind to get serious about Gwent.
Getting better by the minute.
Not the playing of it, mind you, but the cards themselves. Rarest of them fetch princely sums these days. Sadly, that's not exactly arcane knowledge. Got a buyer in heat for my collection, missing just 3 cards. But Duke's dregs are all over my arse, so... What do you say, Geralt?
Fine. We'll try to hunt down those cards. Which ones you need?
Fringilla, Vigo, Isengrim, and John Natalis. Devilish hard to get hold of. Duke's been trying too, hasn't had any luck.
Wait, you don't even know where to look for these cards?
Nah, it's not as bad as that. I'm betting Zed's got them. He quit fencing recently, only deals in cards now. Unfortunately, the arsewite won't talk to me. Not after I bought a one-of-a-kind Scoia'tael card out from under his nose. Would you mind going to see him?
Zed. Sounds familiar.
Big fish in the card pond. There's a shop along the south wall. And thank you, Geralt. I actually think I stand to pay off this debt now.
No problem. See you later, Zoltan.
¿Esa es la misión que nos estaban dando? No. Aquí tenemos otra misión que nos da...
Hey, I can't control what I inherit.
But you can control what you do with it.
I know, which is exactly why I'm considering.
Oh, you're always considering. If it's not one thing, it's another. Let me know when you finally decide.
Ya parecen un matrimonio, ¿eh? Qué grande Haskier. Dandelion. A ver... Porque tengo por aquí un par de trofeos. El de Kimara, por ejemplo. Mira, se vende por 500 coronas. Y vamos a dejar la ropa de lujo. Bueno, vamos a ver. Mira, tiene las putillas.
What was that about?
She spat in my face. Or might as well have. Called me a whoremonger and a witless hack. Can you imagine? Wit is my forte.
Say, Priscilla's really growing on me.
Qué bueno.
Why don't you save your pouting? Prove to her she's wrong.
Exactly what I plan to do. I've always dreamed of having my own cabaret. A bit of paint and plaster, and this place will do splendidly. Just one hitch. I need coin. So, if you happen to get a break between drowners and ekamajigs, maybe you can help an old friend out.
Where do you get this cabaret idea?
It's been a dream for years. Ever since we went to see one in Oxenford. Remember? The dancer hanging from the chandelier? And once she was completely downside up, she called you over and...
I remember.
How could you forget? And this place will be even better, I promise. That is, of course, if I can scrounge together the funds for some remodeling.
How can I help you?
Eso es lo que hacen los amigos.
I dated this girl once, Sophronia. That's a name if you can believe it. Has a merchant for a father, importer of spices from Zerrikania. And Daddy Dear would never refuse his daughter Dear a thing. We can borrow the coin from her.
Name rings a bell. Isn't this the woman you abandoned without saying a word? Stepped out for a bottle of wine, never to return?
Knew I bought that wine for a reason.
Long time ago, that.
Been away a while, sure. Which is why I need to draw on your authority. You've got some, you know. No matter what you might think.
Fine. Tell me what you want. Got a feeling you've a plan all cooked up.
Sophronia could still be holding a grudge after our unfortunate parting. But with a touch of help from you, I know she'll forgive me. And then give me that loan.
What's this help entail?
First of all, we need to borrow a dull sword from Madame Irina. One of her props. You know, the kind they use during performances? Get that, then meet me outside Sophronia's house.
Let's say I agree and go see Madame Irina. What'll you be doing in the meantime?
Something I have to finish. But I promise I'll do it before you come back with the sword. Then I'll tell you the rest.
Fine, but...
Geralt, the only butts in this plan will be the ones filling my seats. It'll work, you'll see. Get the sword from Madame Irina and meet me outside Sophronia's at sunset.
A este tío se le va más la pinza.
What's he schemed up this time?
I haven't the strength, Geralt. Perhaps you can talk some sense into him.
Nada, a Dandelion no se le me ponen... Mira las putillas por ahí por la calle. Oye, sardinilla. Antes de hacerlo ya verás como esta, a cambio de la espada, nos pide que hagamos alguna obra o alguna cosa de esas.
You and Dudu know each other well?
Yes, though he's never told me much about himself. he was a merchant once?
Mm-hmm. Dudu always had a penchant for enterprise. Probably too honest to succeed in Novigrad, though.
Precisely. I've told him countless times that no matter how many times he changes his appearance, the good in him will always emerge. Bloodthirsty tyrants and vicious assassins. He played them so poorly. That must be why. Whereas he always made for an excellent trusted servant or ghost of the old king.
Got a request. Need to borrow one of your props. One of the swords you use for stage battles.
My. Whatever do you need that for?
I don't know. The Dandelion claims it's essential.
Oh, yes. I suspected Master Dandelion might have a hand in this. I certainly hope you don't aim to compete with me. Voilà.
Thanks. I'll try not to damage it. So long.
Ah, pues no nos ha pedido nada a cambio. Que es algo ya... es una novedad eso. Que alguien no nos pida algo a cambio de algo. Toma, ¿qué hace allí Sardinilla? Vale, y con esto vamos a... allí arriba. Bueno, pues puedo coger... No, pues si es que nos pilla más o menos igual. Vale, vamos a ver cómo se da el plan de Dandelion. Que ya verás. Señora, cuidado que voy con el caballo. Yo iba. Se me ha quedado atascado el caballo aquí. Oiga, señora. Aparte un momento. Señora. Señora. Verás. Ole. Qué forma de descabalgar que tienes, Geralt. A ver, ¿es aquí arriba? No, aquí. Después del anochecer, así que meditamos y... a la medianoche. Ole, cómo cambia. ¿Habéis visto cómo se movía la luz?
Finally made it. Listen, here's the plan. Sophronia loves adventure-filled romance novels. I can be a hero in her eyes if I can just save her from a bandit.
Y Geralt va a ser el bandido.
Eating out of my hand, and there's no way she'll begrudge me that loan.
Want me to be the bandit?
Knew you'd see the sense in it right away.
Are you serious? That's your brilliant plan?
I never called it brilliant, but any kind of plan is better than none. Written your lines already.
You've written what?
So you know what to say during the performance. Here. And your mask. Put it on. Sophronia can't recognize you.
But...
No time. Sophronia's coming. Stick to the plan. We'll meet at the Rosemary in the morning.
Stop right there.
What is this? Help! Save me!
Tremble, flaxen-haired wench. Bow before the Prince of Thieves.
Not so fast. Drop your sword, scoundrel. This is your first and last warning.
Dandelion!
'Tis I, though the scum of the city call me the Crimson Avenger.
No, not the Crimson Avenger.
Silence, vermin! You shall regret the day you were born.
Dandelion!
On guard!
I mean, Crimson Avenger!
You're better than I thought.
God! Help!
The Crimson Avenger triumphs again.
My hair! Are you well?
One blow struck true. Another scar from my collection.
Come inside. I shall bandage you up. Be Be gone, vile bandit, or the Crimson Avenger will beat you senseless.
Este Haskier es tan masivo que el garbanzal. Madre mía. El tema está en que luego dirá que por qué Priscila no le hace caso. Bandidos.
Whoa.
Hola, bandidos. Ay, qué parte. Es que sigue gustándome cada vez que los parte por la mitad. Después de haber visto tantas mutilaciones de estas en el juego, y todavía me siguen gustando. ¿Será que soy un sádico o algo? No sé. No me gusta. Ay. Venga, vamos a completar esto del cabaret antes de meterme en otro sitio, que si no... Oye, mira los truenos y todo. Qué guapo.
That's it, Roach.
Se acerca una tormenta.
Old man Newman left me a gift log. Ones for Danians, long as they pay.
Vale, meditamos para que sea por la mañana. Supongo que no habrá venido todavía, que será... Tendré que ponerme hasta las 12 o algo.
There's been a misunderstanding. You're here too early.
We agreed to meet today, so we've come today. Supplies are all hauled in and the crew's raring to work. We'll start just as soon as our lovely directress gets round to deciding on the decoration.
But Dandelion doesn't even have the coin to pay you.
Turns out he does now, or soon will. At any rate, he's working on it.
See, it's all peachy. So will you finally decide what style you want for this interior?
What are our choices?
Master Dandelion said he was torn between boudoir style and theatre decor. Promised to let us know his choice as soon as we arrived. Now we're here, but no decision's been made. And the lady's horribly surprised she's to choose. Though apparently this whole renovation's for her sake.
For me?
Well, it's not for me. Now, would you please decide where I bust a vessel?
I've no idea what Dandelion would like. Geralt, you've known him longer. Say something.
Vale, el tipo de teatro.
You're both stage artists, and cabaret's a form of theater. Interior should reflect that.
A wonderful choice it is. At last. Gentlemen, you're done lollygagging.
Espero que no le moleste a Dandelion que hayamos decidido
Oh,
nosotros.
well, guess this cabaret's the real thing.
Ever since Dandelion inherited this place, he's talked about it constantly. I just never expected him to take action. And so quickly.
Who knows? Might even settle down now. He'll have to keep an eye on the business. Who would have known?
Despite what people say about him, Dandelion approaches life very rationally.
We talking about the same Dandelion? Man who loses a fortune worth half of Novigrad in one night?
Dandelion can also be responsible. He always pays anyone who works for him on time, and he's never missed a performance.
Sure hope your opening won't be the first. He's still not here.
Well, he said as soon as he got the coin, he'd go see Polly, our choreographer. She's missed the last few rehearsals. I certainly hope he's not gotten into trouble.
Anything's possible with Dandelion. Let me see if I can't find him.
Bueno, pues vamos a ver a Polly, la coreógrafa. Los pilinguis de Dandelion. A ver si pilla muy lejos, porque a lo mejor... Vale, no está muy lejos. Digo, igual tenemos que pillar a Sardinilla. Por cierto, no he guardado en un montón de tiempo. Menos mal que hay guardados automáticos, aunque no muy a menudo. O no tanto como me gustaría. Madre mía, cómo se están poniendo los del fuego eterno, ¿eh?
Winds howling.
Hola. ¡Uy!
What's the ruckus about?
Polly and her half-brained fiancé. They're fighting. She's the only one in this town who knows anything about choreography, and that lummox won't let her work for me. Hold on. What are you doing here? We were gonna meet at the Rosemary.
We were, but you didn't show. Priscilla started to worry, so I came to see how you were doing.
Priscilla started worrying about me? That's so nice!
Less for her than for you, I'm sure. So let's get back.
Did you not hear what's going on in there? We've gotta help Polly. Why do beautiful women always end up with such dicks?
No idea. Stand back. I'll break the door down.
Wait! Do we have to destroy her house? She keeps a spare key around here somewhere.
How would you know she keeps a spare key around here?
It's not as if we started working together yesterday. Before Polly joined forces with Jugando,
You'd visit her? Often?
I'd hide out here while Priscilla and Polly rehearsed at the Rosemary and Thyme. They worked on the dance numbers I composed.
So, Polly's not one of your...
I never mix business and pleasure.
The one exception being Priscilla.
Who you were just saying is worried about us. So enough of the chatter, and start looking.
Fine. Let's find the key.
Venga, a ver.
Find anything?
Not here. Not here. Ah, the key.
Plata pura hemos pillado.
Whoa! What the devil's this? Get out of my house!
Watch it, and leave the woman alone.
What the... She's my betrothed.
But I'm not your property.
I love her. I'll not let her sway her ass in his brothel.
Whoa, slow down there a minute. This is clearly one gigantic misunderstanding. One I can clear up in the blink of an eye.
Shove your excuses up your ass. Sod off, or I'll split your skull.
My friend asked you nicely, so please be courteous in return and hear him out, or we'll settle this another way.
All right, talk.
Jugando, right? Polly's told me so much about you. She said you're erudite and have an open mind.
You said that? Well, there's a truth to it. My mind's the open salt, but its open saltedness ends when my betrothed starts wagging her ass around brothels. Get out of here, both of yous. Polly's not going anywhere.
Let him finish. There's no brothel involved.
You see, friend, Geralt just hit the nail on the head. For what you have there is the old publicity placard.
Old?
Very. From a time when my establishment was under different management. I, however, would never let any indecency take place in my cabaret. My very reputation precludes it.
So, what's all this about?
Your betrothed is a first-class artiste, and I want to offer her a position worthy of her talents. She's to be my choreographer, and that in turn means she'll receive a share of the proceeds from every performance she choreographs.
You mean to say... coin?
And fame. No flirting required. You have my word.
Oh. Suppose... in that case...
I knew you'd agree.
It's settled then. See you at the Rosemary, Polly.
Perfecto.
Well, I'm off.
I'll catch up to you. Whew. Never expected that to go so well.
You handled it well, Dandelion. Man was body in your hands once you called him erudite.
In negotiation, as in combat, the key is to find your opponent's weak spot and exploit it to the hilt.
So, time to head back?
I've still got to stop by Rotlick's. Commissioned some new placards from him a while ago, but Hubio came across the old version. Plowing artists got some serious explaining to do.
Who's Rotlick?
Never heard of him? Hank Rotlick, famous portrait artist?
Commissioned a portrait artist to paint your placards?
Henry's an old friend, needed the coin. And I decided we needed new placards to promote the opening performance. Seats won't fill themselves, you know.
I'll go see Rotlick. You head back to the Rosemary, where Priscilla will have my head.
Really? You'd go?
No, said that for the hell of it. Tell me where he lives.
Portside.
See you soon.
El caso es que nos tienen aquí de recadero de un lado para otro, ¿eh? Nos vamos a conocer Novigrado como la palma de nuestra mano. Vale, este debe de estar aquí cerquita. Pero la verdad es que es una guapada la ciudad de Novigrado. Con tanto detalle y tal, no sé, a mí me gusta, me gusta. Uy. Venga, vamos a saquear, que hace mucho que no saqueamos. Y claro, estamos aquí. Tengo unos hijos que tienen que comer. ¿Y bandidos? No me gusta nada esto de los bandidos.
Looking for Rotlick.
You ain't alone. Damn halfling's in debt to half the city. But I'm here to scrape mine before the carcass is picked clean.
There's not enough for everyone, so bugger off. Feeding time's first come, first served.
You're not gonna rob him.
Strange, don't recall asking your permission. Get him, Fred!
Come on, come closer.
¿Rueda?
Damn it.
Don't know how much Rotlick owes you, but everything in this house is mine. Want to get something back? Try the Vagelbud estate. Rotlick's losing his last crowns at the races, I wager. Now get the hell out of here.
Ni de coña me voy de aquí. Mierda. Pues ala, me han zurrido la badana.
Washed your hair lately?
estoy acostumbrado a las volteretas, a rodar. Y claro, en el combate este no me dejaba rodar. Tenía que hacer el esquivo, la B. Pero bueno, podría cargar la partida otra vez y hacerlo bien, pero bueno. Espérate, ¿dónde está la residencia? A ver si me voy a ir. Odo. Pues sí, hombre, me voy a ir yo ahí andando. En eso estaba yo pensando. Bueno, llevamos 36 minutos. A ver por dónde va el tema este de...
You Rotlick?
Henri Rotlick, artist, painter, debtor, and martyr to my art. At your service.
Dandelion sent me.
Oh, yes. But tell him his placards are done and safely hidden away. Yet, alas, I cannot fetch them, as a group of angry creditors has seized my home.
Think I might have run into one of them.
Then you know my predicament. And now, Count de Louverton has offered me the chance to win it all back. I'm to wager on a race.
Generous. Not just anybody could afford to do that.
De Louverton is not just anybody. He's Duke Sam's youngest son. Sam of the well-known family of gem dealers. One debt more or less makes little difference to him.
What's there to worry about? This is your chance to settle up, get a clean slate.
I've had a spell of bad luck lately. Should I agree to de Louverton's offer and lose, I shall be in bondage to him for all time.
Let's do this. I'll enter the race. You'll bet on me, win, pay your debts, then give me the placards.
You are that good a rider?
Far from the worst. Go tell the Count you accept his offer.
Vale, pues vamos a guardar, que aquí sí que no quiero... No, se ha guardado. Solo.
Move it.
Hostia, pues empezamos bien. Venga, venga, vamos, Sardi. Vamos, Sardinilla, que eres la mejor yegua del mundo mundial. Me estoy quedando sin vigor. Oye. Vale.
Not so fast, Roach.
Thank you. I never expected this. May I ask to what I owe this generosity?
Let's just say I like to do a good deed from time to time. Can we get those placards now?
I'll bring them to the Rosemary in time, just as soon as I settle my obligations.
Fine. See you there.
What?
Bueno, vamos a ver si completo. Uy, ahí va. Vale, vamos a coger el viaje rápido a la parte de abajo, que es La más rápida aquí. La puerta sur. Entramos en el tomillo. Rosemary.
Hey! So, we start in G major and
¡Ole! Si ya lo ha cambiado. Míralo, la decoración, ya está.
Well, well. Crew's been hard at work. Not bad.
I love it. Especially the, accoutrements on the wall. What about Rotlick? Did you get the placards?
Rotlick said he'd bring them on his own. Should be here soon.
Great! The best way I can think of to promote the chameleon.
Never mentioned wanting to change the name.
Rosemary in Time wasn't all bad, but it conjured images of Temerian cuisine served by waitresses in peasant garb. Chameleon's a lot better for a cabaret, apart from which it emphasizes that the place has undergone a transformation. Just a better ring to it all round.
Pues sí, guay.
What about choreography? Prepared anything special for the opening?
We haven't. But Polly has. She's priceless. Came in and brought the girls in line before I could say knickers. Premier will have the audience on their feet, on their knees, both at the same time.
Guess everything's ready. So when's the opening?
Soon. We start our dress rehearsal in an hour. I just need to nip back home for my dress.
Thanks for everything.
Don't mention it.
Seems my cabaret dreams are about to come true. So, around to celebrate? I'm buying.
Why not?
That's my boy.
Pero no nos pongamos ciegacos que luego vemos
The foreman
que nos roban,
mentioned he saw you and Priscilla talking.
He's all right.
And she say anything about me?
She said something that made me think she's not entirely normal.
What?
That you're responsible. Got your feet planted firmly on the ground.
You're pulling my leg.
Not this time.
¿Por fin va a sentar la cabeza?
One thing's eating me. How do you manage to get the loan from Sophronia?
Ugh, wasn't easy. She got so excited about our performance, I had to read to her for 4 hours. 4 hours from the Cloak and the Dagger.
You mean you didn't...
Are you crazy? Who do you think I am?
Pues un borderline, un vividor follador.
She's late, of course. She knew how important this night was to me.
Of course she did. Probably just making herself gorgeous. Takes time, you know.
So it's true. A woman's vanity knows no bounds.
Master Dandelion! Priscilla, she's...
What? Speak, man!
She's badly, been attacked. They took her to Vulmerius Hospital.
¿Qué dices?
Attacked? She's hurt? Geralt, come with me, please.
Of course, let's go.
¿Pero qué cojones? ¿Que no nos puede salir nada bien?
Gods. Priscilla. Is she gonna live?
I'd say that's certain. Her condition's critical but stable. Beg your pardon, but you are a relative?
Relative? No, a friend. A very close friend.
Dandelion, correct? She uttered the name in her few moments of lucidity. I am Joachim von Gratz, head of surgery. Until recently, a lecturer at Oxenfurt Academy.
Enough of the courtesies. What are her injuries, besides her eye?
A concussion, cranial swelling, incision into her larynx, and scalding inside the throat and esophagus. Clearly someone forced her to imbibe a caustic fluid.
Who could have done this?
That I do not know. I do, however, know she is not the perpetrator's first victim.
How can you know that?
I've seen wounds like this. They're not the kind one would forget, don't you agree? In fact, just this week a corpse turned up in the morgue with similar injuries. And no heart.
No heart? You mean that might have happened to Priscilla? Is someone looking into this?
This is Novigrad. Only the innocent burn here.
Geralt, I know I owe you 100 times over, but I need to ask you another favor. Find the bastard who did this.
Que si lo vamos a encontrar.
Find him. And kill him.
Don't need any convincing. Come on, Dandelion. Let's think about what we can do.
I would suggest examining the previous victim's corpse. It has yet to be autopsied. Doing so could very well provide some clues. No need to look astonished, gentlemen. As a surgeon, I know the importance of preventive medicine. Rather than wait for this maniac to strike again, I'd prefer to excise him. Not unlike a tumor.
Great analogy, but this tumor's not gonna sit there, wait to be excised. Appreciate the help, but I doubt you know what you're getting yourself into.
I know perfectly well, and I assure you I can take care of myself.
Easy assurance to make, harder to back up, especially if you've spent your whole life wielding a scalpel, not a sword.
Look at this scar. Don't be shy. Any idea what leaves such a mark?
A flail. Morningstar, maybe.
What do you think? A blow sustained at the operating table? No? Let me repeat. I know what I'm doing, and I wish to help.
Think they'll let me into the morgue?
By the main entrance, certainly not. But you can also get inside through the sewers.
The sewers? Travel them often, Doctor?
As often as required for, the pursuit of preventive medicine.
Alternative treatments. Aggressive ones, I'm guessing. Interesting.
We can discuss this en route. Are you ready?
Pues lo voy a dejar aquí el vídeo y continuaremos en el próximo yendo a por el cabrón este que le ha hecho esto a Priscila. Joder, después de que todo iba tan bien con lo de Haskier, después de tirarnos 45 minutos haciendo los preparativos para la gran inauguración, van y nos hacen esto. Pero bueno, iremos a por ellos. Este es el Witcher y mola un huevo y continuaremos. Espero que os haya gustado. Nos vemos en el próximo vídeo. Chao, chao.